Okay, welcome back, and in this video we're going to do some examples of subtracting mixed numbers. So in A, notice that we want to subtract 4.5 from 15 and 7/8. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up vertically. Okay, so if we set this up vertically, we see that we get 15 minus 4.5. And so now I want the top number to be bigger than the bottom number. So I look at the fractional parts and they do not have a common denominator. So I'm going to change this to a common denominator by using the least common multiple. And the least common multiple again is 8. So I'm going to change this to 8, which means the top has to equal 4, right? So I multiplied the top and the bottom by 4. Okay? Now, notice that the top fraction is bigger than the bottom fraction. So I can go ahead and subtract without borrowing. So 15 minus 4 is 11. 7 minus 4 is 3/8. So I just subtract them like I do fractions. And so my answer is 11/3/8. And it's reduced. Now what about this one? This one says subtract 15 3/4 and 3/4 from 18.5. Okay, well, that means I'm going to basically say it's going to be 18 because from. I'm subtracting this from this. So it's going to be 18.5 minus 15 3/4. And again, I'm going to set it up vertically. So I'm going to line up the whole numbers and line up the fractions. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the fractions first, right? So in this case, 3/4 is bigger than 1/2. So the bottom is bigger than the top. So I need to borrow. So I'm going to cross this out and that becomes 17, and I'm going to take 1 unit from here. So basically 1 becomes 2/2 because I'm going to add it to this fraction. So I need it to be halves. So I'm going to make the unit 1 into 2/2. So I'm going to add the 1 to here. And so that means this is going to become 3/2. So now, oh, hold on. I forgot one step. Let's go back. Before I borrow, I want to get a common denominator. Let's stick to the steps. So let's do 17.5. So now I'm going to change this to 1/4, right, to 2/4, which is going to mean that this is going to be 2/4. And again, you can see the bottom is bigger than the top. So I'm going to borrow, and this becomes 16, and now I'm going to add 4/4, right? So I've got to take 1 and add it to the 2/4. Well, I'm going to add 4/4, which means makes this 6/4. So I'm going to change this to 6/4. So now I've got 16 and 6/4 here. Now the top is bigger than the bottom and I can subtract. And so now I subtract and I get 3/4. And now I subtract here and I get 1. So the answer is 1 3/4. Okay? Now the last one says subtract 27 from 25 1/3, or 45 1/3. So again, I'm going to write it vertically. So it subtracts 27 from. So it's going to be 45 1/3 minus 27. Now notice this is 0. I have nothing here. There's a 0 here. Okay? So there's no fractional part. So guess what? I just dropped the fractional part down because it's like having a 0 here. So 1/3 minus 0 is 1/3. 45 minus 27 is what? 18. And so the answer is 18 1/3. And that's it. Have a great day.